Hey guys, RC here. Welcome back to Banished and the village of Restlawn. This is episode 7, and picking up where we left off last episode. Still juggling people. This is going to go on for a long time. We are in our 5th year. We have 5 working adult age people, 3 children. We had built the schoolhouse, so now we can start educating the children. And I believe I had assigned a teacher, which I did. So the kids will now start being educated. Let's see. We had the 11-year-old daughter, and I believe her nephew was 8. So when he gets to be 9, we'll start building a house, and then hopefully it'll be ready right after he turns 10 for them to get married and move in together. We are doing okay on firewood. We have 207, 51 tools, which are both over the cap that I have put on. And yes, the wood cutting shows that we are at the cap. We had also built a fishing dock, and I have not put anybody into that yet. I do have 2 people farming. So what we'll do is we'll do the farming, and then in the off season we'll have them working on fishing, and that's what we'll bounce between. Let's see, I believe we're at 34% yield here. I just want to make sure that that gets all the way up to 100% before we move anybody over. So let's go ahead and unpause. And let's see, I don't think there's anything else that I'm building right now. Cemetery's up. We have medicine of 156. I will want to watch that. If it gets below 100, we'll want to put somebody gathering medicine so we don't run out of that. You can see our health has gone up significantly now that we have medication on hand. And last episode we talked about, oh, that's right, we had talked about this. I do have a forester's lodge going up, and that will be a tree planting area, and this is where I'm going to want to build that new house for the new couple. So we have a short period of time to get that done, but there's no rush. We don't have to get them in as a married couple right away. And we can always set the house out there anyway prior to this being built. Let's see, we have 1 builder. What are they doing currently? Picking up resources. All right. Are we low on wood? 67 logs. And we need 32. And didn't I build a stockpile out here somewhere? Maybe right off to the side of that, or somewhere out close by. Unfortunately, if you can't see the kind of dugout area on the ground like we have right here, it's hard to see that all the time, especially for a stockpile. So I'm just kind of clicking at random, trying to see if I can pick up on it. I thought I had done a stockpile out here. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. So I'm going to leave. In fact, I wonder if it was in this area here. No. These may just be trees that I had. Yeah, these are just trees that I had designated to cut. You can tell by the yellow mark here. All right, so I don't see the stockpile, but I'm pretty sure I had done one. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch my own episode. Anyway, we won't worry about that right now. Just kind of keeping an eye on some things. 34% yield. I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pull 1 farmer and put them into fishing. And that will get that going. Late winter in year 4. Okay, I'm just checking my messages here, just trying to refresh my memory what happened. So, all right, now we've got somebody down here fishing. We've just moved into late summer, and winter, spring, summer. So we have the end of summer, then we have fall or autumn, and then we are back up to winter again. So we've got quite a bit of of growing to do here. You see some fish coming in, so that's good. Hopefully we start getting some additional foods in there. I would like to have the gatherer's hut going as well, but there's just so much I can do at this point in time. So maybe I'll let them do a little bit of fishing and then we'll turn that off. Or maybe we just, gather food up until when winter sets in, and then we'll let them do some other things during the winter. They have not gotten any additional building out there. Picking up resources still. Oh, okay, so she is walking out there. It is just a long haul. So this is what we had talked about last episode about, when you do have to set up basically zones. Some people call them pods, just different areas, and you want to have housing for the people in that area, the resources, so stockpiles, and it basically keeps them from having to transverse the whole map to get over to a new area. And we will do that. Just, they need to get this built. I just wish I knew where I put that stockpile. Or if I did. The big key, if I did. Tell you what, it won't hurt to have another one. Let's see, storage barn, just a plain stockpile. And tell you what, I don't like putting it right here, but see, I thought we had done a 5x5, but we'll just do a 6x6 stockpile. If I find that the other one does get set up, we can always delete one. That won't be a huge deal. And I'd rather make sure I have it and have it started as they're doing resource gathering out in this area. So better to have a second one than none at all. And we can always at least fix that. Let's see if we check our barn. All right, we've got some fish coming in here now, so that's good. They are harvesting the crops already. Wow, okay. Or maybe that's why it was going down. Tell you what, if he... Well, no, it's early, so she should have time to harvest the rest of these crops before winter sets in. We'll be okay there. More fish coming in. We're down to 50 tools, but that's okay. We already have 200 wood, so I don't need any more of that to head into winter. Let me check the age on our young man. All right, so he is now 9. All right, I want to look for the edge. So right out in these rocks here, this is where I'm going to build their house. Right out in fact, I'm going to put it out here where we don't have anything to do, clearing-wise. And I'm going to pause that for right now. And what I just did, so there is a pause button here, and that pauses, so you can set up multiple things to be built, and they will focus on one thing at a time. And that, that's kind of your way of prioritizing what they do. Now I can't pause that because it's not actually building, which is okay. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pull my fisherman. We're going to put that on the building and max out our builders. And hopefully they can start knocking that out. she's just about done here. I'm going to let her finish the harvest, and then I can pull her off, and maybe I'll unpause the house. I don't want the house done too quickly, so I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But what I might do is take that off and put her on about onto gathering. And then that will start getting some additional roots and berries and whatnot for the winter. And I'm pretty sure because the main river doesn't freeze over, we can actually fish all through the winter. So that'll be something we'll do as well. All right, still waiting on logs out here. Idling. Idling. I wonder if it's too far. It shouldn't be too far away, I wouldn't think. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and unpause this and just see if anything comes of that. I mean, let me get them out to this area. And I don't think I have, oh, one student, so we do have a student in now, so that's good. So we don't want to turn her off, and he has turned 10 now. So we definitely need to get this area up and going. Let's see. If I turn that and that off, can I pop all 4 on building and see what that does? Come on, guys. Cold and finding someplace warm. And that is going to be an issue that they won't be able to find. They won't be able to walk all the way out there and stay cold and stay warm. They'll get cold and have to come back. So they are idling. Well, let's do this then. I'm going to pause this one, and I am going to build another one here. Maybe a little closer. And I can also build a road that gets a little quicker out there, and they've already started clearing the rock on it. So maybe it's a distance thing. I didn't think that was an issue, but well, in fact, I don't think that can be an issue because they've started bringing materials out here. Let me do this. Let me build. Let me build a road all the way out there and see if that helps. Just pathing issues. Okay, so they are working out here, so that's good. All right, so they have started working on it. I'm going to leave this house. I'm going to use this house for the new couple since they've already started making. Actually, you know what? They haven't removed anything, so what's the deal? Where's all my bill? Oh, they only need. Well, let's unpause this one. See if that gets any activity out there. Ten of 12. They need 45 iron. We've got plenty. Then we should have plenty of that as well. Just trying to decide. Yeah, I think that's a good bit closer than this. Not immensely so, but all right, tell you what. I want to get this house done, so let's go with this one. Hate to do that, but it is closer. They had already started clearing it, and I need to get them into that house and reproducing. Now, winter set in, so our average health has really taken a hit. Our medicines are fine. And I don't think they actually need the herbalist working to treat them. I think they just go there to get the medicine. Let's see if it says. Yeah, I think this just controls the amount of herbs, and then they quit working. So I don't think that's a big deal. All right, food-wise, 22 fish. Well, we had some fish, potatoes, some herbs. Yeah, they brought in some food there, as did they. Firewood, we've got 49 and 28, and we still have 157, so they're doing okay on firewood. I will want to cut some more, of course, once we get that cleared. Uh, some of these other jobs cleared out. Come on, guys. All right. Two of them are working. Two of them are getting food, probably for their houses. Finishing up, still working on resources for the Forester's Lodge. Tell you what, I'm going to pause that one. I'm going to reduce that, and we're going to leave the other two just as laborers. Maybe they can come knock out that road and get that put in, and that will help speed up some of this construction process by giving them an easier walk path to that area. All right, tools, we're doing okay. It's in the heart of winter. Let's see. Wonder if it tells us. All right, so we have teacher, child. All right, so Shell is actually a student to his future wife. That's awesome. She is going to teach him in more ways than one, I have a feeling. All right, so she's teaching him on the book, so he will be our first educated. Now, he's still showing as uneducated, but he is attending school. Now, it's possible, I don't know for a fact, but it's possible when you are a student, obviously it delays you from going into the workforce. So he is old enough to start working, but because he's in school, he will use a few years of his work life to to become better educated to where he can work faster when he does join the workforce. So, not sure at what age that happens, but we will figure it out. All right. So they are clearing this out. All right, there she is right there. All right, so she's clearing out some of that stuff here. They've already cut it all down and chopped up the rock. We just need to get them to haul it off, and then they can start building on the site. Why they have to actually bring that stuff to the stockpile and then bring it right back, I don't know. One of the things about the game that's a little gamey, but I mean, if they need it, why wouldn't you just leave it there and save a trip? All right, we are in late winter. I'm going to go ahead and put a farmer back in, and that way they can start working the field as soon as they feel it's safe, because we want to take advantage of the maximum growing time. And I really need to get a good crop in this year. And you can see we spent a lot of time looking at crops several episodes back, and we do need to really work on food production here. So some of this other stuff may have to take a back seat. All right, looks like she's carrying something out here, probably the wood. Nope, picking up more of the stone, I guess. Nope, they did drop off a few logs. All right, there's a good chunk of the logs, so we need one more log, and then they'll start on the other items. No farming yet. Still too early in the season, I guess. And looks like we have our walkway up to the house. So that's at least a good start. So they have finished the walkway up to the house area. All right, looks like we've got a couple more people. She might be going to work on the road. All right, so we've got our stone in. Now we need to, okay, so they brought everything. Now it's just a building process. Clearing out some of the stone on the walk path here. So they've got the walk path out in this area. Good. Working on it at least. All right, here comes our construction. Hopefully the second person comes and helps, because that will go a lot faster. Unfortunately, we can't force them, to come. All we can do is assign the job. We've assigned the max builders to this, and they are kind of on their own devices at that point in time. All right, so hopefully, now here's what I don't know, because Shell is a student, if they will get married and start a family. Don't stop. Ugh. See, this is in RimWorld or something you would prioritize, and you would force them to go back until they were done. Oh, sometimes if you could just combine different parts of games. Let's see. All right, we are into spring. So our farmer should get out here and start working. I'm going to go ahead and assign my extra laborer here. All right, so she's come out and she's starting to plant. We've got our teacher still. All right, they're back working. And again, I'm just kind of anxious to see if they move in right away, because at 10 he's able to get married, but being a student, that changes some of the dynamics, so I don't know. All right, so the house is up. I want to come on and unpause this so they can start on that. And I am guessing that yes, he will. Oh, there they are. So Lysandra and Shell have moved in together and started a family of their own. All right, so we are back to two children. So we have an 8-year-old. We have an 8-year-old male and a 6-year-old female. So, about 4 more years, which is about, what, 3 seasons, I guess, to have another one in place for us to have this other house up. We'll build that one out in this area, and they'll start building this. And I guess I will try to find out how the student, what age they become um, able to work. All right, so they've got firewood. They'll start bringing some food out here. And I have my two farmers getting my crops going here. All right. And I do want that maxed out. I do want to make sure we hit that as best we can, as close to 100%. So we'll just keep an eye for Shell to become working age. And our other children here should eventually go into school. I'm guessing that happens at 10. So instead of becoming a worker at 10, you become a student at 10. And whatever, what age they do that until is what I don't know. But that will pay off long term because we will have employees, citizens that can work faster and harder, and they will complete jobs faster. Ooh, that was a weird glitch on the road here. I don't know why it did that. Oh well. All right, so we do have our stockpile out here. We've got some iron in it. I'm going to go ahead and mark down just a few trees here. Well, yeah, a few trees, not too many. That way we can get a little wood out here. And I think that's iron. Yes, so I'll mark a little bit of iron and just a little more stone. And that way we have a little bit out here that we can utilize in our building projects out here. And we're going to go ahead and put a cut in right here. I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.